Hey, what's up traders? Dave FX Hunter here. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. Before we dive into the charts, let's check the news, right? So that's gonna be a quite heavy week because we got almost every day any central banks meetings. The biggest event, of course, is on the Wednesday, the FOMC meeting, right? And then for the pound, there's going to be also the central banks, right? Also the Swiss franc, right? And basically almost every central bank has a meeting except the European Central Bank, right? So that's gonna be quite volatile week. And also one important thing is happening, actually happened last week, because the dollar index contract has ended. So they had actually the closing only date on the 14th, and they had to close all positions. The big institutions is trading the futures is what's moving the markets. They had to close all the positions on the 15th, right? That's why we get this moved in here, right? So we are looking to the dollar index right now. Let's check the weekly first, right? So here is a weekly chart, and basically the dollar index is reacting from this weekly order block, and it's going from the external liquidity from here into the internal. So in my opinion, still room to reach this weekly fair value gap, right? Let's go to the daily, and right now we can see that basically we are reacting from this daily order block, right? Price sections of the higher time frame is more important, and I still think that we are going to reach this weekly fair value gap, right? So let's go to the 4-hour time frame, and we can see that price basically is doing this pullback, as I have predicted last week that there is a time for a pullback. Right now I do think that we will continue lower. So basically if we put a fib, we can see that we actually getting quite a nice pullback already in here. It was quite overextended in here, and I think that the highest level could be potentially this one, right? So hard to predict if the price will go down from here right now, but where I will have my edge for the trade is definitely if we reach in here, right? So I'm definitely skipping the trading on the Monday. Let's see how the price will develop on the Monday, and I think that the price can go from here as set, right? So let's look to the data, and we can see that market makers has been actually closing the short positions while the price was going down, right? And they closed the most positions in here. Now the question is if basically what is meant by this, right? So because as said, there was an end of the contract on the 15th. So basically on the 15th they had to have closed all the positions, so they probably could push the price higher to close all the positions higher, right, and start to build more shorts, right? I think there's no reason to trying to find what's the behind the moves, right? Basically, as the technical trader, this is what I'm seeing, and as said, I would be happy to be shorting somewhere around here, right? So let's look to the euro. Euro on the weekly, similar case, right? So we actually reacted from this weekly order block below, taking this liquidity, and I think we need to go at least into this fair value gap or potentially these highs, right? So everything looks like that. Let's go to the daily. On the daily, we are currently reacting on this or the block in here, so that's where we are getting this rejection, and it's a time for the pullback also, as I said the last week. And here I think we will get some potential continuation levels, right? So we have this daily order block in here from where we had all this break of all these highs, right? So I think that this level, this consolidation could be supportive for the continuation higher, right? So what does it mean on the lower time frame? On the lower time frame, it means that we will potentially reach below these two equal lows, right? Which is actually also, if we plot a fib in here, which is actually also a first liquidity below a 50%, right? So I think we will get something in here, right? And I will try to trade this level. Also, I'm still keeping the potential scenario that we could actually get a bigger pullback, right? Overall below this level, right? Because you can pull out fib from here to here, but also from here, right? So you cannot be just expecting one thing, but we need to be open that actually the price could drop all the way down into here. However, for the intraday trade, I think some bounce is potential in here. Would it be a level from where we will see that big up move which we expect? Hard to say, right? So we have two levels for the potential entry. Now let's look to the COT data, right? We can see that the shorts positions has been closed, right? Longs was not added any properly, right? So as the price has been going up, they've been closing the shorts, right? That means that basically they do not have an intention to short it, right? Also, if they want to take a price lower, which is possible because we don't know it right now, I think they would need to bring the price higher to build a shorts, right? So everything giving me a clue that it could be still long-term bullish, and the longs will be giving a better risk reward, in my opinion. This is a pound. Pound, as we can see, after this big long-term accumulation has break higher. Right now, this week has been making some kind of a pullback, right? So let's look on the lower time frames where we are now. This is a daily, right? And obviously, this was a accumulation, manipulation, right? Accumulation, manipulation, right? Distribution scenario, which I was talking about in the past, and it was happening, right? Right now we are reacting on this level in here, which is this daily order block, which caused all these move, right? But we had this up move above these 4 days highs, and then price going lower. So where we are right now in here, I do think that this daily order block could be taking a could bring us higher again, right? So going lower time frame, we can see prices dropping. Also here is one quite nice conclusion, right? So let me put the COT data in here. We can see that for the past 3 weeks, actually even more weeks, they've been adding longs positions, right? And these data are always released in the Tuesday, right? So we can see that on the Tuesday, they added longs, and now this week at Tuesday was here, down here, right? And they still are reporting quite a big positions, right? So if they wanted to close them, they need to close them where? Above some high, right? Which they did not reach in here. So I do think that this is giving me a clue that the price still will possibly continue higher, right? So could it go lower? Yes, and I think we will see the dip lower before we continue higher. Again, would it be this level, or would it be even like more precise, because this is a daily order block, right? But if we go down in it and we try to find a more precise level, it would be potentially somewhere in here even, right? So having my mind open, and we'll be monitoring for the good entries to go long on this pair, right? So let's look to the USDCAD, which is the last one from the currencies which I have for my day trading. So here is a USDCAD. It's kind of stuck right in here, because we have this daily order block which took out all these lows, right? So price reacting in here. Now we have also this bullish daily order block, right? So price is kind of moving in between them. What I was always expecting was that the price will potentially reach a liquidity above this 50%, which would be actually the liquidity in here, which still did not happen. And I do think we going there right now, right? So as I'm expecting the dollar index to go a bit higher, right? The euro going a bit lower, right? And same on the pound, could go a bit lower before we go higher. I do think that USDCAD will easily reach this level. Let's go to 4 hours. We can see how nicely the liquidity was taken in here, right? We have the break, left these two equal highs, right? Then dropped into this fair value gap, right? And then price is moving higher. Another fair value gap has been supported, right? So yeah, let's bring the COT data, and we can see basically that even look, it's confirming they adding longs positions, right? So the net positions are the biggest since end of the last year, right? So I would not be surprised if we go up in there, right? Is it going to be just into here and then down? This is what I had in my mind, that the price could go a bit lower. But look, we are in the long-term range, right, for almost 2 years. So it's difficult to say, difficult to predict some big trend in here. What I like is trending from the level to level, right? So currently what gives me most sense in here would be kind of playing it up from here, right? So potentially if we drop down right below this low, because always the rule is no rate no trade, so something like this could be a nice opportunity for the next week, right? So this is it from my friend. Really be careful, because there's a lot of news for almost every currency every day, right? Look, on the Friday the Powell is speaking also, and then that next week there's gonna be a lot of bank holidays, right? Daylight savings. So I think that the market will move a lot this week, so a lot of opportunities to make money, also to lose money. So be careful. I wish you have a great rest of the Sunday and great start to the new trading week. Bye bye.